welcome to another episode of Sexit. I am your host, Vamp, and along with me, as always,
Z. How y'all doing?
for those of you who happen upon this by accident, welcome.
Hello. How y'all doing?
Those of you who listened to our first episode, that was pretty much a negotiation.
It was basically a spit and swallow episode.
No, we talked about cum in many different forms. It started off with spit, and then on her titties, apparently she likes rubbing them in.
At the end, that's when it came in. So you should go back and listen to that.
You don't have to.
If you don't want to. But you should.
But on this episode...
What we talking about, Vamp?
Well, I'll tell you, Z. We're talking about BDSM.
Whoop, whoop. So...
It's just an intro. We're not going to get into the meat and potatoes of it. We're just going to
You're more into BDSM than I am. But let me tell what my little kinks are. That's what kinks.
Do you know what BDSM stands for?
Yeah.
What does it stand for? Just
bondage, submissive, discipline, sadism, masochism. So, what I don't know if it, okay, so here it is.
Here it
Here's
is.
my story. Like on last episode, I'm in a relationship, as I said before. So, I like a little kink in it. He's very vanilla. And, I don't know if he's so much vanilla, but he's a little bit vanilla. So, I want to tie him up. We discussed that. So I was like, all right, we can do that. I can do that. But what I want hair pulling, couple smacks on the ass, bang, bang. And, a light hand over the neck. You know what I'm saying? And I taught him, you need how to choke somebody if you was doing it. It's a proper way and an improper way. Don't tell me how I know this. I just do. You squeeze the sides of the neck, not the middle, or you'll crush the throat. Mm-hmm. Just FYI. That is a fact, okay? Mm-hmm. That is not an opinion. That is a fact. You will crush her throat, especially if you in the midst of an orgasm and he's not paying attention. He's like, ooh, bitch. And then he'll crush you.
Okay. No, keep going. I'm into this. Go ahead.
But, sides of the throat. And, I like hair pulling, as I said before. Smacks on the ass, a little bit choking. That's what I want in my life.
Your life.
So, and we had the discussion. He was a little iffy about the choking thing. He did pull my hair once. It was amazing. But he was a little iffy about the choking thing. And he was like, that feels like assault. I was like, it's not, because I want it. There's a difference. Assault is when I don't want it and you do it. Mm-hmm. That is assault. Mm-hmm. But I want this. So get on board. So that's my little kink. Since you're more in depth into the BDSM world, tell me a little bit about what you know, what you do, what you like.
What I do. So, when Sir... No. No.
Ooh, let's get into it.
What?
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So, as I said in the last episode, I am a collar submissive.
Okay, girl.
Had a ceremony. It was nice. It's cute.
She's married, y'all. She's married.
BDSM married, if we're going to say married. I'm not legally married.
She's married.
I'm not legally married.
The title was married, okay? So that's what I'm going to call you. You're a married woman.
I'm not a married woman. But no, so as a submissive, me and my partner talk a lot about it. Before he tested the waters and stuff about what I like and whatnot, but I'm into a lot of shit. God. My main thing is I like being cuffed up, no chance of escape. I escape a lot just to piss him off and get spanked afterwards. That works. I love biting, though. Biting is that one thing that gets me each time. God.
I had a couple biting incidents. It was cool. It was fun. Not with my current relationship. It was past things, past.
Sorry, Todd. His name's not Todd, but I'm not gonna.
Past things,
But besides biting,
cool.
I don't mind hair pulling, but it's one of those things I prefer it to be more of a get your ass over here type of thing instead of oh, stay right there, yes.
No, like episode I was talking about my first dick sucking experience. He was a hair puller, and his was like, ooh, like it wasn't like stay there. It was just like holding you.
I like it.
Oh.
I like it for, in my opinion, it's more of a me being submissive thing. It's like I tease my partner a lot just because we've been dating for 2.5 years, so that's bound to happen. You know, we joke and tease, and I tease, and him being my dom, he can grab me and like, and we have a contract where it details pretty much, it's basically all the things we already know about each other. Like, he doesn't like to be bitten, but he doesn't mind biting. He has different tools that he uses to spank, collars, leashes.
Name some of those tools he spanks with. Let's name some.
He has this fucking crop that is in a shape. Oh, a crop is like a riding crop, like for horses and shit.
Yeah.
He has a fucking crop that's in the shape of a mini hand. I have tiny hands. And it's like a very tiny, tiny hand that hurts like a bitch. I like it. But it has a little
sting to it.
No.
Enough sting to it.
Yeah, a sting. A sting is a very important word for that.
So how far into the BTS community are you? Like, are you on websites? How did you get into it? How did you know you wanted to get into it?
To start off, I used to meet people on Craigslist because I was a horny fucker.
Okay. Sounds a little dangerous, but all right.
No, I didn't have sex with any of them. I just met them, and the thought of maybe we could, and then I'm like, yeah, this isn't working for me. One of them, I'm associates with, I want to say friends, but we went out for lunch, and I didn't know he was into that shit until we started talking about just random people. I told him about the last person I hooked up with. I was in a relationship with him for like 4 months, and then we broke up after that because apparently maybe I was just really terrible at it. But it's okay if I was. Not everybody's cup of tea. And he mentioned it, started talking about some stuff. I'm like, what? It's kind of got creepy. He's a nice person if you're just looking for friendship and talk, but I don't think I would ever
have sex with him.
No, I never have, never will. He kind of creeped me out a little bit.
Okay.
But he introduced me to this website called FetLife.
Okay. What is that website about?
For kinksters. Kinksters are people who are into BDSM, maybe they like, oh, fucking Christ, that's creepy. Maybe they like having sex with clowns or latex or shit that isn't vanilla. Vanilla would be considered missionary and, just regular sex.
Okay, what is not regular? So missionary is regular. Doggy style, is that regular?
Any position is regular. It's just what you add to the experience,
Okay.
So let's say I like biting, and nibbling, I would say is still a little vanilla, but you clamp down.
For you.
For me. For me, it's a little, but if you're like, arg, I'm like, oh, no. Yes, Daddy, yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you use Daddy?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes, I do. And
no.
Funny part about this, I think, I told my partner this. I will never call someone younger than me daddy. That's just not gonna work.
I won't say daddy. I don't like that word. Especially because I have a dad, and it's like, I call my dad daddy, so I'm like, I'm not calling you daddy. You not my daddy.
No, see, it's just...
That's how I feel about it.
It's a different way. I don't know.
I know it's like a sexual thing.
Mm-hmm. It's the way you say it while you're being fucked. That's
right, and that makes it more weird.
I'm sorry.
That makes it more weird to me because I have a dad, and I call him daddy. Not like that. Ugh, I just put a
you just made it weird.
Like, I don't call him daddy. I call my dad daddy. And like, hey daddy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm not gonna call him daddy, especially while he fucking me. Then I'm like, no, my dad.
No, I disconnect with that.
I can't disconnect with that.
There's two ways. There's only two.
And I don't think I'm like, hey daddy, yeah. I can't.
I've only called two people daddy. My current partner, and I think like partner number 2.
I said, like I told a couple, like I was saying, it wasn't a relationship. The previous hookup I had, we had a discussion. I do talk about sex with my partners. We had a discussion, and I was like, he told me he was like into BDSM a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought I was gonna be scared off it. He was like, "Yeah, I like to do this and this and this," and I was like, "Yeah, that's fine. That's not weird." Mm-hmm. And then I was like, "But what I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna ever call you daddy. Don't even put that on me."
And that's fine. That's the biggest.
That's the hard limit for me. That's the
you go.
Hard limit, daddy. Not happening.
That's the most important part about BDSM. Because you need to talk. Like, if there's something that I don't like while we're trying or something, I will let him know.
The daddy thing, I don't like the daddy thing. But, I'm not a talker. Like, I feel like I should be a talker. I feel like I want to talk sometimes. But I'm like, what if you think it's weird that I talk? Or what if it's like that I don't sound right when I say it? I think it's a lot of insecurities when you talk dirty to people. Because what if it don't sound right? What if it don't come out like, ooh, that's sexy? What if it come out like, what the fuck is she talking about? I'm like, what? If she it don't make sense.
You have to earn that title. And the first time I said it to this guy, and it wasn't even that good, but it was the first time I had sex with a guy, so I'm just like, what the first thing that comes to my head, what do guys like?
Daddy?
It seemed to make things a lot better. A lot better.
Daddy!
My current partner, I don't know. I think he doesn't mind. He hasn't said no, don't do that, please. But I believe you earned that shit. I'm not gonna call you daddy unless you making me. Putting your back into
Making me come, daddy. Yes.
Oh my god. God, this is what I deal with. She just goes on her tangents.
Daddy. No, I don't like that word. But I can, when I just did that, I can see the appeal of it. But it's like, I'd rather just call it by your name.
I call my partner by his name too.
Terry. Terry, fuck me good, Terry. Yeah.
See, I throw a mixture. You get a dick. You got the dick. No, I throw a mixture in, like, oh, yeah, daddy. And then it goes to his name, and then it's like, sir, because I'm technically supposed to. He lets me slip with that so much, and I love him for it because I have a terror. I just stop in the middle, like, thank you, sir. But, I call him sir. I'm calling him sir more often. It's in our contract. I'm supposed to be doing it a lot more than what I do. Yeah, he hasn't punished me yet for it. He probably will eventually. He's like, God damn it. Didn't we go over this last week? What? Oh. Say it with me. Sir. No.
Okay, daddy. Look.
Right. Exactly. Like,
all right, daddy. I'll say
God damn it. Vamp, what's wrong with you? We went over this, girl.
We went over.
Bend over.
Okay,
oh,
daddy.
another thing that I
like. No.
Another thing that I like, I realized I liked this last week. Oh yeah, last week. I'm pretty much I'm a counter submissive, but I also switch. I'm mostly a switch. For the right person, I'll be submissive. I don't generally submit. It's just I prefer to.
Mm-hmm. But it's like gotta be a right person.
Yeah, cause
like the word daddy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but honestly, you meet somebody you look like, yeah, you cannot dumb. I would overtake you and and that's how I play if I feel like yeah, this might be something I'm into. But so he's laying on the bed and he's moving his crops. I grab one. I'm like, Ty, he's finally like, okay. Then I grab the one that I fucking
the one that got the sting
with the hand. So So I go, pow, pow. He's like, oh, hell no. He rolls over, and I'm trying to fight for it. I'm trying to still keep it. It was a measly fight. I wasn't really going.
Like, you was just acting like you trying to act like you finna fight.
Yeah. So I don't know how fast he did it, but he rolled over it.
Fast enough
as I grabbed it. He's like, come here. Over his lap, pulls my leg, bam, bam. And I realized at that time that
you like getting punished.
I already knew I was like getting punished.
What was the new revolution?
I like being over the lab. I didn't know that. I'm like,
oh,
because
clutch my pearls.
Clutch my pearls, girl. Girl, I'm like, oh me, oh my.
Oh my. Put me over that lap, daddy.
I have never. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
You got a couple of thank you sirs for that.
Like, put me over the lap, daddy. I bet you won't.
right. Like, ooh, you bad, daddy. Oh my God.
But anyway.
Anywho.
What are some of the topics in BDSM? Like, what are the different BDSM? Like, I know have a misconception of. Like, because it is really a daddy-daughter type of BDSM. Yeah, is it a BDSM relationship, or is it just under the umbrella?
There's a large umbrella, and I know people who they call each other daddy and baby girl, but they have vanilla sex.
Or they just like the word.
Yeah.
It's just like that either.
Like,
don't call me baby girl. I'm not your daughter. And then we fucking no. That's bad.
Like, my partner will call me sweetie or honey while we're,
yeah.
And it's things like that. And it's like, it's still a pet name, and it's still like, you can see the structure. Like, technically in the relationship, we're pretty much equal. We do a lot of things. We take each other out, etc. Do nice stuff. But the sweetie compared to daddy, just, daddy's a little higher up than sweetie, but daddy will take care of you type thing.
Right.
No,
Yeah, I get that. But, baby girl is like...
You only call him daddy in bed, so I can't. I feel weird. Unless, maybe I should
just
try
walk
it.
in our house like, daddy, you want some food?
I should try that. Be like, daddy, you want to go to the bed? I'm tired.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
shit. I'm really sleepy, daddy.
I need to be tucked in.
That's your sex voice.
No, my sex voice is like high pitched. I got a high pitched voice.
I don't know what my voice. I don't talk during sex. I don't know what my voice. My moans are awesome.
My moans are great and loud, and their
They're
house
not
is not soundproof.
I'm used to living with other people, so I know how to keep my voice down.
Shit.
Like, I don't know if it's down.
Shit. It's like
during sex, I know how to keep.
You're doing good if you got me like But it's one of those things, like, the first time we had sex, I really tried, because I didn't know when his roommate was coming back, so I'm just like, and then he's just giving it to me. I'm like, well, there goes, if you're doing a good job, you deserve to hear how good of a fucking job you are doing. That's my motto.
But I don't know if I'm loud or not. I should ask him. I don't know if I'm loud or not. I don't really care. No one's home when I'm doing it, so it's awesome. But people live downstairs, and it's like, you can hear stuff. You can hear stuff downstairs, so I know they can hear me upstairs. I'm like, I don't know. But I'm loud enough. One time, fun fact, because my bed has wheels, we was doing it, and I guess they heard it downstairs, my bed rolling back and forth. I was like, bitch. Because then I went down there, because I know the people who live down there. They was like, what you was doing up there? You heard your bed moving back and forth. Like, nothing. Chilling, talking, regular stuff. Oh, that was so awesome.
And I don't know, I think in BDSM, people are actually more prone to be loud unless their dom, daddy, master, whatever. Sir, yes. Tells them, like, shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Or they get a ball gag in their mouth or something.
Okay. All right, sir.
Right? No. He got me. He popped a gag in my mouth once because I don't know what the fuck I said. I said something. And he's like, "God damn it, yeah. You got it." And I don't know if I can't have a dom that was like very strict, or I would lose my shit. Because you know how I am. I'm goofy, relaxed, laid back person. I don't need structure in my life. I need to have fun, and I'll listen. After I got collared, you know, you gotta Christian the collaring.
Because she's married.
I'm not. I'm
Christian and daddy.
God damn you. But
the married night, you had to put it down.
Oh, he did. He does such a great job. He does such a great job.
Such a great job.
He made me tap out a couple times. Like, no, I can't.
Tap out.
But that night I listened. Like, I'm like, I'm gonna be good. Like, don't move. Like, okay, daddy. It was more like, yes, sir. But you know. Now I'm just gonna.
Fun memories.
God, yeah. I'm calling like, Daddy, what you doing? You wanna come pick me up? No, I just miss you so much.
I was talking about you today, and I was like, oh, that dick.
That dick. Like, damn, he laid it down something fierce. Like, shit.
I had sex in the chair the other day, and I
want to see how that is. I'm gonna buy a share.
Sex
and have
in a chair?
share, yeah.
It's all right. It depends on, because I don't want to, like, put all my weight on somebody. So, like, I'm trying to in the chair because I'm on his thighs, like, because you basically sitting down on the dick. So, like I did a little squat because I want to show visuals. But, I was like, basically sitting down in his chairs, but my feet touched the ground, so I had enough space, I guess I'm going to use that word, to, like, lift myself up and down on the deck. It was awesome. And it was awesome. It was great. That was the first time he fucked my mouth, and that was great also. Really appreciate it.
I like being faced.
I cried a little. I was like, oh my God. I smiled.
I have cried
after
during
I swallowed
sex.
I smiled a little. Like, okay.
I cried during sex, and I realized why I cried. And I broke it down. But that'll be another story. We're getting off topic. Damn it. Focus. BDSM. Damn you.
Face fucking is awesome.
That's
why the BDSM. I got face fucked twice. Like the first time. The last guy.
Jesus.
The last guy.
Your boyfriend gonna listen to this like, fuck this bitch. Fuck the last guy. There's a lot of last guy. Fuck you.
There was only one guy before him.
I know.
That dick that sucked.
He might not
And he
know.
did a lot in that span of time. But the last guy, he fucked the shit out of my face, and I was like tearing up. It was awesome. I had a great time with him. Fond memories. He got me fun. I bet that dick would have been fire. I swear. I bet that dick would have been great.
Fire.
But I was a virgin, so I was like, no. And I was on my period. Oh, if I was on a period, I think I would have fucked him. Real talk. Like, at least took my pants off. He would at least saw my vagina. Real talk. If I wasn't on my period that day, I was so pissed by it. But if I wasn't on my period that day, he would have got his fingers in that vagina.
He would have got the finger in. At minimum.
At minimum. He would got...
Maximum, he would have had the balls deep.
Balls deep. All up in there. Oh, he put me in a couple positions. I was like, oh, shit. He was just dry humping the shower. I was like, oh, God damn it. But I'm glad I waited for the current person I'm with.
No, he listening to this like, this bitch did not.
I'm glad
she sounded like she was missing a dick. Like,
I'm glad I waited for my current person I was with. He was awesome and great and fantastic. But that dick.
Hey,
that dick was fat.
Sometimes you never know.
I'm just kidding. I love you. I'm sorry.
I love you. You sound like me.
I'm just kidding.
When I know I've done something where he gives me a look, I'm like, sorry, sir. I know he's gonna like punish me after, but I'm like, ooh. I make the face like, ooh. I forgot who I was talking to for a second.
I'm just kidding. I love you so much. His dick wasn't better than yours, babe. That's all that matters.
You never had a full experience.
Exactly. That means it wasn't better.
Now he gonna be paranoid. You better not have him listen. He go every time like, what if my dick isn't that good?
Your dick is wonderful.
What if she doesn't know?
I suck the hell out of your dick. It's great.
It's great. Would you say that you're submissive or dominant? Like, if you would put your... I understand...
Submissive.
You're submissive?
Yeah. I know that too well. But...
So, dominating someone that hasn't really crossed your mind? Or?
I'm going to tie him up. It's going to be awesome. But I don't... It's going to be great.
No, but, taking that role. Because...
I'm okay with... I'm going to have a good time taking it. Mm-hmm. But I want, I think I'm gonna switch because I want him to dominate me and I want to dominate him. Mm-hmm. I want to go back and forth. I don't want to be like he's this and I'm that. I want to be back and forth.
See,
I think he's a little submissive. Let me tell you the truth about it.
Some guys are.
Yeah, and I'm pretty cool with that because he's sexy as shit. So I'm cool with it. But I need him to step on my heart, my part.
I thought you said step on my heart. Like, Jesus, step on my heart. Choke me with your foot. I don't give a shit.
No, step up a little because I told him what I want. And I'm like, I asked him what he wanted. He was like, I'm cool with, regular stuff. But then I brought up the tying up thing. He was like, I really like that. I was like, all right, cool. Mm-hmm. So we don't do that, but I just need you.
Right, and that's part of a relationship. My partner, and I, when we first started having sex, it was just small. Like, he would spank me. Typically, most people do spankings. Most, not all. Not everyone likes to be paddled on the ass.
I want that hand on my ass, especially when he hit me back.
He started with my hand, and that was the first time I had someone slap my ass like that. I'm like, oh, daddy. Oh, no.
Do it again. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, for example, the fucking little hand that I hate so fucking much, but love.
Love to hate.
I love to hate it. I'm just, he's like, oh, you are probably as excited as I am. You does a little shake like, yeah, I know. Now, stop squirming and take it.
Take it and enjoy it like you're supposed to, okay?
Be a good girl. And, that is the one thing.
Be a good girl?
That gets me every time. He calls me a good girl. I'm just like, I stop him like, I was going to be bad, but now.
Okay, daddy.
like, I blush every time too. I get a little smile like, you're right, I am a good girl. I blush.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'll be good enough for you, daddy. Hey.
Yes. But like you said, you switch. You think you're a bit of a switch. Yeah. I'm a switch, but my role pretty much is determined by the other person's personality and what they're feeding.
But
pushing
since
off.
I'm new to it, or I don't know if I'm getting all into it, or if I'm just new because of having a really sexual relationship, that I don't know how I want it or what I want it, or if I want it to be. But I think I want it to be more submissive than dominant. But for right now, until he feel comfortable, I'm going to be switch.
That's respectful.
Yeah. But I don't think you know what that means. So we're going to have another talk.
Yeah, exactly. You just talk. That's the most important part about it is communication. You're gonna hear me. You're gonna get so fucking tired of me saying communication this, communication that. But it's true. You need good communication to make shit work. Because how else is someone gonna know that you don't like being spanked, or how else is someone
But no, you do like it.
Like, exactly, and it's not just before having sex either. It's during, after. Like, was that good for you? Is there something else maybe we can try this? Are you interested in trying that? Blah, 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 blah. And it's important. Like, we didn't negotiate, but on the website we met on, you can put what you're into, what you're not into, soft limits, curious about, etc., etc. And we had a overall idea exactly. But as the relationship grew and we kept growing with each other, I'm more likely to try stuff. Like, maybe I was scared to do this, but I talk to him and we go slow and we do it, you know? And that's the most important part of BDSM. Everyone thinks the dom has all the power, but honest to God, it's equal. Because submissive can end the scene anytime they want, or, you know, a dom can end the scene if they think there's
something wrong.
Yeah, and it's...
Or if they're not comfortable.
Exactly. And you shouldn't go into something that you don't think is going to work for you.
Right.
Like, you got to talk to people. You got to let them know what's going on.
Let's tell the people about that time you took me to the club. So,
the munch.
The munches. It was awesome, guys.
The guy groping himself next to you.
Right. It was
That's
great.
So weird.
So, me and Vamp went to a munches, which is like, what is it? Explain what the munches is.
A munch?
You expert.
She's just dancing now. She's so excited. A munch is pretty much where all the kinky people meet once a week or monthly, depending on the group and where it is. And you pretty much, there's demonstrations sometimes, there's discussions, sometimes you're just there to get drunk and maybe meet up somebody.
Fuck.
Yeah, pretty much. I've never actually dated anyone at a munch or met anyone I wanted to.
So she told me about these little events and whatnot. So I wanted to go because I was curious. So, and you know, you read books about, you know, BDSM and stuff like that. So you have an idea in your mind of how it's going to be. You just think it's going to be butt naked people with titties hanging out with whips and chains and shit all over the walls. A whole lot of leather. People crawling on the floor. Like, that's what I had in my head, right? So we went there. It was a regular ass bar. Like, upstairs room bar. So we went up. He said you have to have a password. That was the cool part. You have to really have a password to get in. I was like, oh shit, we official. So we went up there. I got a little drunk. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we got drunk. I was just chatting with people.
Yeah, we got fucked up.
We got so fucked up.
We in the
It was this lady there who was selling cookies. It was this lady there that was just passing out cookies. The cookies was great, and they wasn't drug cookies. They was regular tasty ass cookies. It was delicious. So I was talking to this one guy. We was just chatting. He was a dominant. I didn't know. I was just chatting with him because I'm a social person. And I was chatting, and Vap came over, and she was like, you all right?
I kept reading the scene like that.
She reads the scene. I didn't know it was something that needs to be read. I was like, yeah, I'm cool. What are you talking about?
Like, are you
he
sure?
was like, he's trying to hit on you. I was like, what's it? And we were just talking. I was asking him questions about the dominant submissive relationship, and we was having a very good conversation. She was like, "Yeah, right." I was like, "I'm fine. Like, what is happening?" She was like, "He hit on you." I was like, "What's it?" Oh, okay. But I was in a relationship at the time, and I wasn't gonna do that. But I was just like, "Oh, okay. I didn't know that, but he was a cool person."
It wasn't. I was just making sure that it wasn't like, you know, because some people on those scenes are fucking creeps, and I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
And I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. But then later on that night,
oh my God,
it wasn't even like it started. What time it started? Like at 9.
About, yeah.
And we was there like at 9 because I wanted to get there right on time. So we left at like 11, so the party didn't even get started yet. So at the end, when we was just about to leave, it was this guy and this woman. She had her clothes on, but he tied her up, and it was very pretty. He tied her upper part of her chest up, right? And it was in crosses, and it was colored rope, and it was awesome and stuff like that.
You tied up.
No.
It was really pretty.
It was awesome. And I was just staring because it was fascinating to see because, like, you know, you hear about it and read about it, but you don't ever see it in person. Seeing it in person is different. But it was awesome. And then he smacked her titties like, bam, bam. And I was like, oh, okay, I see you. And then it was, and then we left because we had to go because it was a random ass Thursday night. Random Thursday night. So we had to get up and go to our prospective businesses the next day. So we was like, oh, we got to go. And we was drunk, so we had to get up. And I had to work the next day. So it was like,
my God, that was fun.
But I had so much fun. I've been telling her we need to go to another one because I want to go to another one. And then I want to stay all day. The whole time till like 2 o'clock when shit really get popping off in the streets. But, you know.
In the streets. They don't go in the streets and pop off.
I know they don't, but you know what I'm saying. I want to be there where the shit
I
really.
want to be where the people are.
Oh, next Friday.
What's going on next Friday?
Friday, I'm my best friend aunt do a little sex toy party, and I'm going. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, it's one of those. I know what parties you're talking about.
It's a sex toy party. She sells sex toys or something, or
pretty much.
Describe sex toys. I'm going. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to go. I want to see some sex toys, but she wouldn't go without me. So awesome. But yeah, I'm so excited about it. I'll tell you guys next week. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun. Yeah. So that's great. Anything else you want to talk about, Vamp?
We didn't really talk about much.
We
were all over the place. Oh, I didn't even finish the story about how I got into BDSM. I got on a website. It didn't mean I met this guy on Craigslist, so I did have sex with someone on Craigslist. And they were like, oh, I want to tie somebody up, blah, 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 blah. Cedric. I'm like, let's try it. He didn't tie me up, but...
What did he do?
We had very rough sex.
Oh, okay.
Very rough sex.
Was it good rough sex?
It was alright. It was alright. Okay, if I'm comparing it to the sex I'm getting now, it was alright.
Mediocre. Oh, yeah, bitch, mediocre. Oh, shit.
And this is actually the first relationship that has been fully BDSM. My last two relationships, we kind of
Dibble dabbed,
but it wasn't like, oh yeah, call me sir, you dirty girl. No, it wasn't.
Oh.
It wasn't like that. It was just like, oh, here, yeah, choke me. I like that. Okay. You're not gonna spank me. Okay, you can. You have a tie. You can tie me. No, I can tie you. No. Okay.
No, that's not what you want. All right. But you know, shit happens.
Yeah,
I like it. I don't know.
It's great.
But I'ma try things once. I'm not like, except for some things I'm not gonna try, like eating vagina. I don't want to try that. That's something I'm definitely.
Your own thing.
But everything else, I'm cool with. I draw the line of vaginas. But everything else, like, name something that you will like, name something that you don't think, like, you think I would not try.
Oh, vagina eating.
I just said that, but name something else.
Fisting.
No.
Okay.
No, thank you.
I got a mix, a low hate for it.
Fisting, I would not do that. I don't appreciate it. I don't think it's for me.
Choking?
Yeah, I do choking.
You do choking? I might have missed that.
Yeah, that was the beginning of a conversation.
That's a long time ago.
What else?
I'm trying to think. Clothing pins.
Where? On the vagina.
On the vagina.
On the vagina?
On the vagina.
Oh, no. I don't know. I really don't know. What is he doing down there while that is on the vagina? That's the question. Is that just pain down there? What is he doing while those are down there? Is he eating my pussy while he's down there?
I mean, that's up to y'all. I'm not here to judge.
No, I'm asking, like, what does that make? Like, what is that? Does it make it? Is that just for pain, or is that pain and pleasure? Like, what is that?
It's a pain pleasure thing for me. Have you had your vagina spanking?
No, he hasn't even spanked my ass yet.
Oh.
We're working up to those things.
Oh, sorry. So I forget.
But for me, in my head, that vagina spanking thing looks like bullshit. But that's just for me.
It looks like bullshit.
It looks like he just hitting her pussy. Like, that don't look like that feels tight.
He hits me with the crop on my pussy.
It doesn't look like that feels guts. That's what my point is. It looks like that hurts. And, like, it to me, it doesn't feel like, it doesn't look like it's like a sensation like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, it don't look like that's what you're supposed to do with that. I don't think you're supposed to hit my vagina. But that's just my logic. I don't know.
I don't think
I don't do hit my vagina with tools, so I don't think you should do that.
What is wrong with you?
Well, you didn't hit him with a crop. That's a tool.
The way I just pictured him getting a hammer like ding ding.
Like, you went, oh yeah, like, no, that doesn't feel good. That look like that hurts. That look like that ain't good. That ain't doing nothing for your orgasm. But that's just me. It looks weird.
I mean,
but you know, I like to be restrained a little. I will restrain myself. Just put my hands behind
well,
me.
I like to, but I also like to be naughty and get out of my restraints because I get rewarded with punishment.
What is your favorite position?
Face down, ass up. That's the way I like to fuck. No, I really like that. I gotta push that onto him a little bit more. Like, hey, bend me over and take me, daddy.
Jesus. We did this position the other day, and my legs was like usually my legs was open, but my legs was closed. That was awesome.
Okay.
From the back, like, oh shit, that's a new sensation. But favorite position, I like missionary. I like it. It's awesome. And I also like being on top. I like being on top better.
I like missionary, especially if he, I get cramps because I don't drink enough water. I need to start drinking more water. But
Fun fact.
Fun fact. But I think I can, if I can drink more water or stretch before having sex. Throw my legs up and.
Hey, that's the sound of what pussy makes.
All right. On that note, we're gonna end this episode. Just a little introduction on BDSM. We're gonna go into more
in-depth conversations later on.
For example, I've been feeling really subby lately. Like, I want really subby things. And we'll talk about that. Why the fuck not?
And what the fuck that means? What is really,
who knows?
Right. What it means to you. I don't know what that means. So, we're going to be talking about that later. I'm Z.
And I'm Vamp.
And that was Sexit Podcast. Bye.
Bye.